Hello, and welcome to EPL Index Transfer Daily on the 3rd of July. For those of you who aren't aware, my name is Ben Pescod. I'm a contributor for EPL Index, and whilst Dave's on holiday, I'll be taking over on the show. So it's been pretty quiet today. Seems like a bit of a hangover from PSR. The deadline obviously had a lot of clubs a bit stressed out, but it seems to be going a bit quiet there. After then, the rumours are picking up a bit less concrete than the stuff we've been having in recent days, but there are still a few completed signings that we do need to take a look at, and also a few paper gossip and rumours that are interesting, and we'll have a look at them and see where they could possibly go. So, Chelsea continuing with a busy window with another major signing. Despite that, seemingly that doesn't stop their transfer plans. There's nothing ever seemingly does stand in their way when it comes to transfer business. So may as well start with Chelsea. It seems like we always start with Chelsea, but they're always just the busiest. We mentioned yesterday that they were closing in on Kane and Dewsbury Hall from Leicester. That has now been completed for £30 million. It's a 6-year contract until 2030. It's important to note that the deal was completed before Sunday's deadline for the PSR teams. So that will help out Leicester's situation. Obviously, Dewsbury Hall played for Enzo Maresca at Leicester in the Championship last season. He'd been at Leicester before that and was a fan favourite. Last season, scored 12 goals, assisted 12 in Enzo's team as they went on to win the Championship. Had a really good season. It's not a surprise that a big club like Chelsea are in for Dewsbury Hall, not at all. And I think it'll be a strong signing. 30 million isn't too bad of a price tag when you see the likes of Elliot Anderson going to Nottingham Forest the other day for 35 million. They're definitely getting a player with experience and some quality as well. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. I'm looking forward to seeing him back in the Premier League. It's definitely an exciting player. And Chelsea's business doesn't stop there. As many people won't be surprised by. So the reports today, well, it's been reported quite a bit over the past week. They have agreed a £14 million deal for Boca Juniors teenager Aaron Anselmino. And should that go through, that would be Chelsea's 5th signing of the window already. 3rd of July. There's a lot of teams without any movement at all. So it's very busy for Chelsea, and I don't really predict it to stop anytime soon. Obviously, already getting Tosin in early in the window. Hellyman from Aston Villa for that £19 million transfer fee. Gray from Barcelona, £6 million release clause. Dewsbury Hall for 30 million, and Anselmino expected to be around 14 million. So spending a lot of money, not as much as they have in the past, but still a considerable amount of money. So it'll be interesting to see where they go from here. And obviously, that Dewsbury Hall deal does impact Leicester City, as we mentioned before. So that 30 million will go hand in hand with the £10 million compensation that Chelsea paid for Enzo Maresca. So that is £40 million altogether, which gives them a healthy PSR boost. Obviously, both of those going through before the PSR deadline. Obviously, Enzo Maresca done way in the past month, so there was no concerns about that, obviously. But the problem for Leicester, well, it's not really a problem. We've still got plenty of time, but because of them PSR compliances that haven't really been looking at in-goals, there's no real talk of any incomings to Leicester just yet. I'm sure that will change. Obviously, they'll be looking to strengthen the squad and try and stay in the league next season. But looking as another team who have been fighting against PSR and will be looking to stay in the league next season is Nottingham Forest. So we'll just get another piece of PSR housekeeping out the way. Orel Mangala has joined Lyon for £15 million. And again, it's important to stress that deal was completed before the PSR deadline, although it's only just been confirmed today. So that £15 million will go towards their PSR compliance, which gives them a healthy bit of cash and should avoid any punishment for them. Another potential outgoing with another team struggling with PSR is Newcastle eyeing a move for Anthony Elanga, where the club stance is player at the moment that they don't want to lose. Aranga obviously only just joined for £15 million roughly last season, and it was a brilliant signing for them. And I struggle to see them want to let Aranga go this summer. So yeah, that one's in the early stages. Maybe want to keep an eye on as the window progresses. But with this PSR deadline out the way, there's no longer a rush for these clubs to be selling players, and also there's no rush really for the likes of Newcastle to be getting deals done and balancing the books. But yeah, enough of the PSR. That's all the PSR sort of moves and implications from the past 24 hours. Another move that we mentioned yesterday was Archie Gray going to Tottenham Hotspur. It was expected to be around £35 million. It is now reported £30 million have completed that move for the 18-year-old from Leeds. But the slight little, not implication, but clause sort of, is that Joe Roden, who was on loan at Leeds previously, will join in a permanent move for £10 million, which is obviously a big figure for a championship team. But obviously Joe Roden's proven his quality at that league and that level. So there's no real risk for Leeds. It's big money, but they know what they're getting with Joe Roden. So I think that's a good little swap sort of deal. I know it's two separate deals, but they go hand in hand together, and I think that'll benefit both teams. So that's a promising one. Gray does sign a 6-year contract, just like Dewsbury Hall at Chelsea. Gray has signed that at Tottenham Hotspur until 2030. So that's a really promising signing from Tottenham. Really exciting. I'm sure a lot of the fans will be looking forward to seeing Archie Gray play and developing over the next few years. I definitely want to keep an eye on staying in London with Spurs as rivals. We have Arsenal. Again, been quite quiet with Arsenal. Obviously, they had Benjamin Sesko earlier in the window linked, and that one looked like it was going to be nailed on, but then Sesko signed a new contract at Leipzig, so we'll have to see where that one goes. But the talk today is that Arsenal have joined the race for Riccardo Calafiori, the Bologna defender who's really impressed at Euro 2024 with Italy. According to the Telegraph, the Gunners are leading Juventus in the race for Calafiori. The Italian side are expected to demand a fee of around £40 million. Liverpool have also been linked with a potential move for Calafiori. A lot of the Liverpool fans are quite excited about that link, and I think it would be a bit of a kick in the teeth if he was to go to Arsenal, but there's never been anything really concrete linking Liverpool to Calafiori. It's more just, the president of Bologna has come out and said that they are expecting offers from the Premier League. Abroad, but most of the teams linking with Calafiori, as mentioned, is Arsenal, Juventus and Liverpool. They're the three main ones. I think it looks like they're expecting a bid from one of those teams, and at the minute it seems to be Arsenal who are leading the race for Calafiori. And just finishing off, team that's been really quiet in the window. It's Wolves. Gary O'Neill has come out and said that they needed to sort out outgoings before they could work on any incomings, but they have signed a player today. They signed Jorgen Strand Larsen on loan from Celta Vigo. That's a 2.5 million initial loan fee. But the interesting one with this one is once certain clauses are activated, so suspected to be appearance-based clause, that deal will automatically become permanent until 2029 for a fee of £23 million. So that could be a really promising signing for Wolves. There's a lot of hype around Larsen. Scored 16 goals last season for Celta Vigo, 13 in La Liga, so decent numbers. And those numbers for a £23 million signing. I think it's a solid piece of business from Wolves, and could always go wrong. You don't know how the player's going to adapt to the Premier League, but it's definitely an exciting move, with the likes of Matthias Cunha linked away with a move away from Wolves and Pedro Neto. They had to reinforce in that department before they really lost anyone. They don't want to be left scrambling for players later on in the window. So that's definitely a promising signing. And then quickly, we mentioned that they had to deal with outgoings, get those sorted. Liverpool are reportedly interested in Ryan Ait-Nouri. That's a rumour that's been circulating for a few months now. But it seems to be picking up some serious pace as the window progresses. And the recent report is that Aït-Nouri is favouring a move to Anfield despite interest from Man City and Chelsea as well. So this one, David Lynch on Anfield Index pointed out that he sees some legs in this, and Liverpool definitely do like the player, so this could be one to keep an eye on, and I think that would be a brilliant signing for Liverpool. Someone who can really challenge Andy Robertson at left back. That's what they want. But there are moving parts to that. Obviously, Kostas Tsimikas is expected to depart this summer, but that hasn't been sorted out yet. So there's a lot of moving parts for a lot of these clubs in the Premier League at the minute. Before them bring in players or let players go, they need reinforcement, or they need space in the squad, because a lot of these teams have such big squads these days that it's hard to bring in players that are already going to be third choice, and then you're fighting a battle to offload players for the right price, etc. And Liverpool won't want to be left in that situation. So, but £37 million is the expected price tag for Ryan Aït-Nouri. I think Wolves will take that, and I think it's a good price for any team who gets him. I think it's a fair price, and I expect Aït-Nouri to leave at some point this summer. But yeah, that's about it for the 3rd of July. That's all the latest transfer news. You can keep up to date with all the rest on EPLindex.com, all articles and more podcasts on transfers and season reviews we've got coming out at the minute. So keep your eyes peeled for that, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow to round up the latest transfer news again. So I look forward to seeing you guys then. So thank you for listening.